Alas, nothing of interest happens around here. What is a knight to do in the Middle Ages besides pillage, accept bribes, and perish from some unknown disease? If only this world was torn asunder and dissolved, causing me to be transported in a multi-layered continuum created by the unconscious thoughts of living beings. Yes, that'd be pretty wicked. Oh, great heavens!
Greetings, you poor, lost soul. You were fortunate enough to be ripped from your dying world and tossed into this multidimensional realm known only by name as the DREAMWILD. Unfortunately for you is that this isn't the end of your worries, as corruption has led to the slow decay of this mysterious realm. Luckily, a strapping, young hunky knight, such as yourself, is perfectly suited for the role of a savior. This is not voluntary. To get you properly prepared, let's cover the complex forms of combat. Shoot, beam, and, swing sword. Now, it seems like it'd be more than enough to just jump around and avoid enemies while peppering them pathetically with your puny sword beams. Right? Wrong. See this little speedometer? No? Enable it in the settings then. Done? Good. Now, much like when whipping it down the interstate, any number below triple digits means you're doing it wrong. To do it right, we must discuss the fun part. Found yourself surrounded by a group of angry Grungus howlers. Simply face them and execute an accelerated back hop in the opposite direction towards the nearest sloped surface. For those educated in the movement of the source engine, your neurons just activated, as the absolute peak gameplay involves propelling yourself through the looping environments at supersonic speeds until eventually, accidentally, clipping one of the massive mushrooms and launching straight into orbit. If large fungi ain't your preferred scenery, then don't worry, as with the use of the mystical, magical portals and a small fee, you can be transported to whole new worlds. Bask in the beautiful sights of purple. This landscape is seriously lacking in a nice Walmart. Or enjoy the Windows XP desktop background. Look at that, it's System 32. This whole cyberbullying thing is a lot more physical than I remember. And of course, can't forget about Straight Up Hell, named not due to its vibrant red colors or desolate wasteland aesthetic, but for the human equivalent to sand traps. Dudes be saying they know a place, then take your ass to the primordial dodecahedron monolith. Naturally, each unique realm has its own assortment of occupants, featuring threats like the birthing bird, the intimidating Grungus howler, or the chuckler. Chuckler? I hardly know her. Now, it isn't a requirement to do battle with every single thing you come across, unless of course you're interested in grinding for that bread, more specifically, gubbins. The currency of this strange, multi-dimensional place, alongside providing a bit of health when collected. People say you don't need money to be happy. I need it to survive. But surely there is more to the game than just this. So enter the blue orb portals which warps one to the hub area, free of charge. Welcome to the castle. Your castle? Who knows? What is known is that it's providing shelter for a colorful cast of characters. Every fourth dimensional, non-Euclidean truck stop has the thick goth imp in the bedchamber. Can't forget about the known for their incredibly useful information. Seriously, maybe take a nice, long dip in the body enrichment jacuzzi to heal your aching body. Just don't talk with that elderly rhombus, as she seems to have rather nefarious motives, lusting for your sharp angles and rigid body.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but my knight's code of chivalry has me sworn to righteous celibacy, with few exceptions.
There's also a library that can be filled up with fascinating tomes of knowledge for the more literally inclined of you. But the real centerpiece would be the salesman. Just look at that smiling face, those smooth curves, that well-moistened form. Goddamn, it's here that one might acquire some enhancements achieved by injecting gubbins directly into your bloodstream to the benefit of your corporeal form. But that's not the end of the available wares up for purchase. and it's a perfect start for the next section. Tools. Useful items that assist in combat or with traversing the Dreamwilds. The Corsair RGB 32GB DDR4 potion for purchase at the shop being one such tool. Unlike most pitiful brews, this colorful concoction has 3 different settings. Red for a very simple heal. Blue for magically enchanting your next attack to deal quadruple damage. And green for a significant upward boost, allowing access to higher places. Something which is rather helpful in acquiring the rest of the tools, all of which can be found atop the spinning magical altars floating high up above the diverse landscapes, featuring an ancient blood ritual, cosplaying Spider-Man for the PS2, materializing one's personal space bubble, and this broken Dyson vacuum cleaner that does the exact opposite of sucking. Now hold on, what's this? A, fishing rod? Saving a multifaceted assortment of the subconscious compounded into a singular stream of thought to be stretched across the split planes of realities that are on the verge of collapse and implosion under the stress of its own shattered dimensions. I'd rather be fishing. Take a trip down to the crystal clear waters of the Windows XP dimension, as the bright blue skies are the perfect weather for catching a real whopper. Cast out your line to initiate a bloody battle fought on 2 fronts, as you'll have to defend from the approaching digital demons, while enjoying your God-given right to fish for fish, all done within these circular bounds. Be careful of overstressing your line, as too much stress might cause it to develop radical thoughts, and also to break. Focus on slowly building up the green meter, and with enough skill and precision, the scaled sea beast can be bested. Ah, fish. Known in French cuisine as the fish of the sea. Now we've had our fun, time to work towards the climax of this crazy quest. Within the castle is another portal that's been sealed up in a thick metal casing, requiring 2 keys to open the locks. These keys have a chance of spawning within the Dreamwilds on large monuments, made easier to find with the Minecraft Eye of Ender, found in the shop, which will point in the direction of a key should one be present. Otherwise, it'll just spin. Once one possesses both keys, the rather intimidating red portal can be opened and entered, signaling the start of the end. Damn, they wasn't kidding. These dreams are wild. Dropped into the inside of a kaleidoscope, we must traverse thousands of meters through this sparkling glass desert to reach the massive tower in the center that stretches up into the dark sky, encountering some of the most terrifying enemies yet, including this ball thing that generates its own gravitational field upon feeling threatened. Scaling up the tower is no easy task, having to take advantage of the large mushrooms, or trivializing the whole thing with the use of one of the many movement tools. Regardless of the method, the portal at the top teleports into one last rest stop, where one can spend their hard-earned gubbins before the final fight. Then the thick, goth imp laments their desire to free the Arc Sprite from her corrupted torment. So we bravely step into the portal.
Hey, what is up, Arc Sprite? It's me, your boy. Is it too late to talk this out?
You know what this desolate void filled with weird obelisks that seem to melt in on themselves looks perfect for? Fucking fishing! That's why. In order to defeat the incredibly large infested dream body, flying high above will have to destroy its source of power atop these pillars. Now wait a minute. All things considered, this is pretty easy. Perhaps less easy than initially thought. Oh sweet, it imploded into a black hole and I'm being consumed as we speak.
God, I bet that looked so badass.
Foolish mortal, I am the soul of the all-powerful Arc Sprite.
Would Arc Coke suffice?
You insolent little 13th century tin can.
I'll take that as a no. This final fight really has its ups and downs.
Silence!
I'm thinking this is going to be a real ball.
You are insufferable. Don't touch that.
check out this Sharpness 5 enchantment.
You don't know what you've done.
I
Will
destroy.
destroy.
And that's it. The Dreamwilds are returning to their once natural splendor under the guidance of the new Arc Sprite. And after all that, I think our hunking stud muffin of a knight right here has earned a nice, long nap. Sweet dreams now, you sparkling piece of fine medieval manufacturing. A nice, happy ending. Just don't go activating the mysteriously newly materialized floating red pillars within the castle grounds in a specific order, or anything like that. Because it might just be a bad idea.